But you know, this brings back memories. You know, I used to host a show just like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
Many years ago, Viasat 1. I was among the first people to interview Kwame Eugene. I was among the first people to interview Kwesi Arthur. I was among the first to interview Kim Promise.
Wow.
J. Bad, Mercury. And I even interviewed Bella Mundi, Stephanie Benson, the One Love, Mensa. I don't know a bunch of
You didn't know George Quay at the time, or he wasn't relevant?
Oh, but you already, you know.
So your show was for the underground people.
Yeah, and then they managed to bring some you know,
some
top people inside. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mercury, the guy no interview us on.
I think Efia was the very first person I ever interviewed.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
I remember.
She still remembers me.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
The show was Tonight starring Andrew Adote.
Hey, Tonight starring and
Yeah.
Oh, you've been around.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
So okay, let us start this conversation properly.
Okay.
First, welcome to the show.
Thank
This
you.
is Prime Time on Joy Prime.
Thank you.
Yes, I do it with my brother Mercury Quay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And of course, it's a great, you know, and one day our other brother, Richard Niamakwe, will be joining us. Yeah, you know, we did the party at Independence Square, the one that brought the
big one.
international
Yeah,
stars,
okay.
It was Mercury Quay, George Quay, and Richard Niamakwe.
Quay party.
Yeah, it was a Quay.
It was a Quay.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. We pulled it off.
I see.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you guys.
Yeah. The two of us, we ain't got nothing.
No.
We ain't got nothing. A gun will say, "What be
No. Sometimes you need the one who has the something, combine it with those who can do the something.
Exactly.
The haves and the do's.
Charlie, you're a visionary. We should open a church for you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure.
Did you ever consider becoming a pastor at some point in
Never.
your life? You've never?
Never. It's never occurred to me.
You don't see yourself becoming a pastor preaching the word of God?
What I got growing up was, hey, Charlie, are you a soldier? You can be a soldier. You know, that's what I got because of how I walk and carry myself. But I've never gotten past that. That has never happened.
Let us go back. What kind of a home did you grow up in? Which schools did you attend? What were you exposed to as a child? And all that, before we come to find this fine actor that we see here today.
Well, my childhood was a fairly simple one. We didn't grow up with much. One of my favorite memories, which I look back on now, was, you see, we didn't have much, but the home, we had such a good home that we weren't aware that we didn't have much.
Okay.
You know, until one day we went to our uncle's place. They were a little more well-to-do, and they served us with rice, stew, and chicken. And back then, I have a memory of that, even though it's vague.
Yeah.
I still remember that moment where they placed the plate in front of me, and I was staring at the plate. So they asked me, what's wrong? I said, I can't eat it. I must have been about 5 or so. I said, I can't eat the food. Why? I said, I don't know how. I said, it's infante. They said, so what would you prefer? I said, I want Gary and Abenkwine. Because that's what
you're used to.
And then on a good day, they'll cut onions and put in it and a bit of fish and put inside. And I would enjoy it. So when they put rice, stew, and chicken in front of me,
It was unusual.
It was unusual. I didn't know how to eat it. But if you had put Gary and Abenkwa in front of me, I would have eaten it. So that was how, you know, a picture of how things were growing up. And then, and I was the youngest of 6 siblings. You know, each parent brought a child, and then they had the rest in between them, and then I was the last one. So I had to do all the chores. At a certain age, they were sending me to do everything.
Wow.
You know, do the dishes, go and buy this, go and buy that. I didn't enjoy it much, but it was part of the deal. And my creativity, I became well, looking back now, I think my creativity was from very early on. We couldn't afford toys back then. So what I would do is I would find aluminum foil, then I would fashion, you know, human beings or toys out of it, and then I would play with the toys till they fell apart. Then I would make some more. So I could do it with paper, I could do it with aluminum foil, you know. And then my drawing, I discovered I could draw when my big sister, she went to school for art, and she was the one who started drawing, and she inspired me. So I would watch these cartoons, and then I would try to draw them. And it turns out I could do it very well.
Wow.
So I started drawing and all that, but it was all a hobby. you know. And then secondary school, okay. So back that was how things were like. I would fashion toys. So I think my imagination began to develop back then because I didn't have the TV and the cartoons. When cartoons came, it was titles I'm sure nobody will remember now.
Like which one?
The Danger Mouse,
Hey.
you know. Yeah.
I know what Danger Mouse.
The Danger Mouse and things like that. But there were some relevant, like RoboCop and Terminator and things which came much later. But these things kind of fed into my imagination. So when I saw maybe a cartoon series that I liked the characters, I would draw them.
Wow.
And then I realized I could draw from memory. I didn't have to look at the characters and draw anymore. So that's how it started developing. And then I would play a lot in the backyard because I was the youngest. Everybody else
would go out somewhere. They leave you alone.
And I was alone. I was by myself. And I also realized I was a bit of an introvert too. So I didn't have many friends. So what I would do is I would go in the backyard, break a stick, pretend it was a sword, and then I'll see some bushes and pretend they were monsters or something, and I would be talking and striking the bushes and doing all these things. And I realize now that was the beginnings of what I was doing.
That was performing. That was a performance.
Yeah, so I started performing. Yeah. I would sit in a box and pretend it was a spaceship and things like that. And as I grew older, I got more familiar with my cousins. I would spend weekends with them and we would play those games where I would sit in my Uncle Kofi's pickup with them, and then we pretend it was a spaceship, and we would be issuing commands and firing guns and all those things. And all my cousins grew out of it. I didn't. I didn't, and continued working on that. So that was one level, and then on the next level was when I got to, even in secondary school, I was known more for my drawing and things, but I had this thing where I wanted to please my dad, so I chose a subject that was more science, math, and things, and it didn't go well for me, because I struggled a lot because of that, but I was still, to this day, when you go to Presec, there's a mural, I think on the school library wall, where, it was an abstract sort of thing.
So you were in Presec?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yes. So there were 4 or 5 students who worked on that. 3 of them were not science. 3 of them were not art students. I think only 2 of them were art students. But the rest of us were doing different things, but we just had passion for arts. I think.
So wait, which was the courses was difficult for you? Was it the science or the math? Or both?
It was easy in the beginning. The course, but as we could progress and it went to elective, that's when they lost me. They lost me with the complex stuff and the formulas and things and all that. And I was a creative, and I was a creative through and through. And I should have paid attention to that and done something that was more in line with what my creative inclination was. But it didn't turn out that way. So after secondary school, I went on an exchange program to Malaysia. And I met a whole lot of people, and I don't know exactly what caused that shift in my mind or in my life, but when I came back, I resolved that all the creative tendencies I had, I was going to explore them and exploit them. So when I got back, a few months later, I decided, you know what? What have I always been told I'm good at? Drawing. I've been told I have a nice voice. And this acting thing, I think I can do it.
You can do it.
So as if by they call it the reticular activation system, when you express an interest in things begin to reveal themselves to show that, okay,
this is actually you.
So I heard, for the acting side, I heard a radio advert that offered a crash course in acting, and you pay a certain fee and all that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to look for these people. So I got my trotro and got to National Theatre. And I was walking in front when I ran into this veteran actor. I've forgotten his name now. But I used to play a lot of Ghana roles. He was dark and he had large eyes. So I approached him and said, excuse me, sir, this is what I heard on the radio. What do you think? He was like, oh, forget those things. Go to the art center and join the theater group. I said, yes, sir. So I walked from National Theatre to the art center, walked through the gates, walked through I asked where the place where the people act. They said, oh, they pointed it. So I walked in, And just when I got there and I saw a young lady sitting there, I said, "Is this where the people act?" She said, "Oh, yes, yes, yes." I said, "Oh, they said, I want to join the theater group." She said, "Oh, actually, I'm part of a theater group, but I'm early. So you wait with me, and then when the rest of the team comes, you can introduce yourself and join us." And that's how I joined Fiancra Playhouse Drama Troupe.
Right.
That was patronized, or Ziggy Nettison was the patron of that group. So I joined there, and then I started getting into this acting thing, learning how to project, learning how to stand on stage and talk and do this, how to use my hands and all. I started learning all those things. I said, okay, this is interesting. It was interesting, but the thing didn't catch me until we started rehearsals for The Gods Are Not to Blame.
How many years ago was this?
I think 18 years ago.
18 years ago, you rehearsed for The Gods Are Not to Blame.
Yes.
Okay.
Going on, yeah, either 18 or going on 18.
Okay.
And I was the understudy for Odewale.
Interesting.
Yes. I was the understudy for Odewale. And I learned the lines, and I was so eager to perform. That would have been the first time I would have gone on stage as, you know, as an actor. As an actor. And I was eager for my family to come and see, because up until then, they had been giving me money for transportation from Tema to Art Center, you know, so many times a week. And I would go, rehearse, come back, come home so late, you know. So I really wanted them to see, but I never got to play Odewale. Oh. Yeah. I never got to play Odewale.
Oh.
So,
so it means the person you were understudying actually did play the role.
Yeah, he played the role.
Delivered it.
He delivered it. But,
how did you feel when you were watching that person play the role?
Oh, I was disappointed. I wasn't envious of him. I just wanted my chance.
Yeah.
To do it. I didn't want me to do it instead of him.
Why, was it a one-off performance?
I think so. It was. Okay. It was a one-off thing. Yeah, it was a one-off thing. So I was hoping my chance would come at some point. But then, you know, things happened and the group fell apart, and I never got the chance to play that. So it was at the back of my mind for years. And then
hold on, Mercury, you know what's interesting? So technically, your first acting proper on stage was gonna be The Gods Are Not to Blame.
Was going to, yes.
Same for me. Whoa. My first stage exposure experience was The Gods Are Not to Blame. And guess the character? Same character he played, Odewale. But mine was secondary school. Yes, mine was secondary school, Fanspen. So it was the first time for me as well. I had acted on TV before in Chichekule. I played former President Rawlings in the Mock Commonwealth Summit. Shouts to Uncle George Lane.
Was this before By the Fireside?
Yeah, around the same time. You know, Chichekule and By the Fireside all happened around the same time. You know, so when I went to secondary school, I joined the drama club as well. And my first was also The Gods Are Not to Blame. Had the same character, Odewale.
And
let's go for it.
I remember the exact moment where I felt a rush from performing. That was the part where Odewale confronted Aderopo. We did it in rehearsal. At that time, the lead actor didn't show up. So I doubled as him. And we did a confrontation. And I remember coming alive in a way that I had never felt before. So once we finished that scene, I was like, this thing.
And Mercury, again, another interesting point. Now, later on, when Andrew and I met, I had this dream project of doing The Gods Are Not to Blame.
Right.
I mentioned it to him, and we played it. And I think they have a clip of him.
And this recently?
This 2023.
Okay.
And I think they have the clip there of this confrontation with Aderopo. So if we can take a look at that clip, I think Andrew Aderopo, it's there. You know, when he did The Gods Are Not to Blame in 2023, I think that clip is there. Is it possible to see that clip? If we can just take a look at that.
If you think you can drum for my downfall and hope that drum will sound, then your head is not good.
What was that, my lord?
What's the matter, fellow? Aren't you a Yoruba man? Must proverbs be explained to you after they are said? Aderopo, I said if you think like a tortoise, you can plot against me without my cutting you down first with my own tortoise tricks. Then, fellow, madness is in your liver.
Is that supposed to be a new form of greeting?
I said, if you think you can uproot a tree that has been planted by the gods, my brother.
So be it then. I shall greet you in like manner. Your Highness, if you think to have heavy suspicion is wisdom, then your head is not well.
Ha! Hey! Ojuola! Ojuola, come and listen to your son.
Why call my mother? You are a man, I'm a man. Let us talk man to man.
Oh, is that what you want? I see. Man to man, eh?
Your Highness.
Go back.
But you called me.
I have changed my mind, woman. Now leave us alone.
Your Highness.
Very well. Let us talk. Man to man.
What wrong have I done to you?
First, answer me this. Did you, Aderopo, or did you not press that I should send for that blind bat who calls himself Sia?
And what was wrong in the...
Answer yes or no, young man. Yes or no.
I did.
Next question. Did you love your father or did you not?
What sort of question is that?
Did you love your father?
There is no denying that I love my father.
Very well. Now then, when you heard that your father had been killed by men you did not know, why didn't you summon that blind bat to come and tell you who had killed him so you could avenge the death of the father you say you love so well?
I did send for him.
Oh, and what did he say?
Well, he said my father was killed by one man and not a group of robbers as reported by the guard who came back to us.
I see. And did the seer mention I, Odewale Okundele, as the killer of your father?
No, he mentioned no name.
Then why is it that all of a sudden the seer trembles to hang me by the neck as the killer of your father?
Why ask me, am I the seer?
Huh? No. You are a tortoise, a coward, a conniving, slippery maggot.
What are those words supposed to mean?
Just because I am an Ijeku man and do not belong to your tribe, the sight of me as your king gnaws at your liver and rips your heart asunder. So you go around me, bribe that blind bat to come and point his finger at me as the killer of your father. Tell me, is that not the work of a crawling, cunning tortoise?
Your Highness, I have been taking these insults from you just because you married my mother and custom demands that
Thank you, Bed-Shera. I forgot that one. That blind bat called me Bed-Shera too. But what wrong have I done by marrying your mother? What crime have I committed by marrying your mother and raising children by her?
In time, you will know that you accuse me falsely.
In time, you lie, friend. I will not give you time to hurt me. Ojuola! Hey, you, get with your Ogun priest now.
What do you want to do now?
Get you out of this land.
For what offense?
Two rams cannot drink from the same bucket at the same time. They will lock horns.
And who is stopping you from being king?
You, trying to, with your intrigues and blackmail and... Oh, take your time, child. Take your time. If you rise too early, the dew of...
The team at the bench are enjoying the show. They forgot to come back to the studio. Do you still remember those lines?
Yeah, I do. But I haven't finished telling the story.
Yes, go ahead.
So now this was the acting route. And then when I joined the theater group, after a couple of years, the group fell apart. And then I met Uncle Ebo White. And I met him initially as an illustrator. I went to him because I remember I said, all the things I've been told or I know I'm good at doing, I was going to try to exploit them.
Yeah.
So I went to him initially as an illustrator because I knew he ran Rover Report Monthly magazine. So I went to him and showed him my drawings. And you know, Uncle, even when he's happy, he can give you a face. Yeah. So he said, okay. But he said the features, because all I had for reference were American comic books. Yeah. Most of the characters I drew had Caucasian features. Exactly. So he said, I should work on the features, make them more African and come back. So that's how I started working for Uncle Ebo as an illustrator.
Interesting.
And then they said, my sister always said I had a nice voice. So I said, okay, then I will go to City FM and talk to Jessica, because my big sister used to work there. and she left, but I still had a relationship with them. So I called her and said, they say I have a nice voice. I want to do voiceover. They said, oh, okay, what a coincidence. I was supposed to do something with Oscar Provençal, but he's out of town. So you come, I'll do it with you, and then we'll see. So I went there, did the voiceover with her, and that was the first time I ever got paid for a voiceover. It was because of Jessica. And then she gave me a referral to another person who referred me to another person who referred me to another person. That's how I became kind of known in the voiceover space.
So when did you start acting with Roverman? Because
yeah,
that's when the rest of us got to know.
Yeah, so, you know, I had sent my batch of illustrations to him, and he asked me one day, what else do you do? At that time, I was with the theater group.
Yeah,
so I was doing the theater and
Ziginetison's group.
Ziginetison's group, and then doing the illustrations for him. So he said, what else do you do? I said, oh, I'm part of a theater group at the Arts Center. He said, okay. I'm working on something. When I'm ready, I'll call you. So that was the initial beginnings of Roverman Productions. And now he says, you know, when I told him, he was like, okay. But apparently he was laughing at me in his head because the guy standing in front of him looked so uninspiring for a creative that he never would have imagined that I perform and I perform well. So when he was doing okay, he was laughing at me in his head. So that's how, you know, then Roverman came. He did the auditions, but put me inside. And then the role that really brought me to
the limelight.
Limelight. Okay, I guess you could say that. I think my limelight has been in bits over the years. So, you know, I don't think there's been a moment that went boom for me, per se. It's been little moments building up over time, more and more people knowing you.
Experiencing you based on various...
So for a long time, I was that guy in the Unclebo place.
Yeah.
I was the Unclebo guy, you know. Even as recent as earlier this year, a couple of people saw me and they recognized me and they called me Unclebo.
Oh, nice.
So when they do that, I just say, oh, hi, and I go and talk to them and interact with them. But few people actually knew my name. So it was only in recent times that, you know, it's changing a little bit.
Become a household.
There was one time I entered a filling station and a girl saw me. This is the only time someone has actually addressed me by name. I entered the filling station and the girl was looking at me smiling. I said, okay, this girl must know me from the place. Yeah. She said, do I know you? I usually do that. I said, oh, do I know you? And she goes, oh, no, but I know you. I said, really? What's my name? And she said, Andrew Adote.
Nice.
I wanted to jump out of my skin.
Finally,
somebody knows my name. You know.
Which was the first play you did with Roverman?
Yeah, it was Unhappy Wives, Confused Husbands.
Nice.
Yeah,
I saw that one.
I did. He asked us which roles we would like to play.
Okay.
And I picked the role of one of the ruffian son who is annoying his wife, you know, because I thought that was what I could do. And he said, no, you're playing the old man. I don't know what inspired him or what the Holy Spirit said to him then to make me do that, but it turned out to be the best fit for me because it was challenging and it forced me to kind of morph into this character. So the gait of the character, the showing of age and the hand trembling of the hands and all those, I worked all those little things and I made sure I never lost it. And then I changed my speech a little to this and then they gave me some beard and all. And we did the show. My mom came to watch the show. After the show, she said, I thought you guys said my son was in the show.
Wow.
Well, I didn't see him.
Wow.
So they had to tell him that was the old man who played that was the old man. Like, so my own mother couldn't make me out. Yeah.
Which has been your most challenging role so far? I mean, since you started acting.
My most challenging role so far would be between two, but I would pick The Gods Are Not to Blame because of what it represented for me. It felt like a full circle moment, and I felt this internal pressure that this thing, the powers that be decided I wasn't ready for it back then, but they've decided I am now. With all this experience behind me, I cannot mess up. Not necessarily for the audience, but for myself. There was an internal standard I had set for myself that I did not want to break I did not. I wanted to exceed. So I'll put the gods are not to blame there.
Which part of the play, I know it's blocks of lines of performances. Which block did you enjoy delivering the most?
There are quite a few. The confrontation scene, of course. You know, why didn't you summon that blind bat to come and tell you who had killed him so you could avenge the death of the father you know so well? It's full of such drama, and it's almost musical to me because of how I delivered it. The first performance of it, I didn't get the rhythm right, but subsequent performance, I went, why didn't you summon that blind bat to come and see you? And it felt nice to and then there was
You've also done, they are showing your comedy that we did together. This, Run for Your Wife.
Run for Your Wife.
This is the first time we worked together.
Yeah. That was. If we leave them, they'll play it, son. they had to. Yeah, it's true. So they had to quickly control themselves.
Yeah, they had to quickly control themselves.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, that was the first time, and I was excited to step outside the Roverman home. You know, when you grow up in a home, in as much as you are trained and you are raised, you are also being prepared for the outside world. So there was bound to come a time when I stepped outside of the home to put everything that my father had taught me to the test. So when I stepped out and you guys offered me that opportunity, I was like, okay, now there is no Anklebo around to hide under.
Yeah, to hide under.
There's no
You're
covering.
on your own now.
I am on my own now. I represent myself, and I'm representing myself to these people. I need to really show that it's not, my standard is not here. My standard is here, and I need to let them see that they didn't make a mistake in picking me for this thing. So.
Oh, we sure didn't. That I mean, I can say confidently that we didn't. You killed it. It was a great performance. It was a mind-blowing performance. I mean, you killed Run for Your Wife totally.
I'm grateful.
Interestingly, for me, the role that I've enjoyed you in the most, and I was telling you earlier, it's not even the God Side Hospital. I think it's in the detective calls.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed detective calls immensely. It was a challenge with so many lines and how to get. And you know, I like getting lines out of the way so that I can play with the character.
Yeah.
And what I enjoyed about that was that I was always on edge, but it was in a good way because I was prepared. So if you'll notice, there were times I'll be delivering the lines and I'll be walking on the stage, picking the prop, looking at it, and putting it down and doing all those things because it felt like what the detective would do as opposed to standing at one place and delivering the line. So with that play in particular, I enjoyed moving around, interacting with the set, moving up and down as I'm talking because you need a lot of concentration to be listening to someone talking, picking the thing and interacting with it, putting it down, waiting for your cue, and then stepping back in. You know, it was a chance for me to really flex those concentration muscles and those creativity muscles. And I had a great time.
Let us look forward to your next play.
Yes. This one, I've even said this is my toughest.
This one you're about to do?
Yeah.
This play is opening next weekend.
Next weekend.
Death and the King's Horseman.
Yes, next
by Wole
weekend.
Soyinka.
Yes.
And you're playing Elisha.
Yes, I am. By God's grace, I will. So it's like a long poem. You know, there are many lines in the script that I literally had to say over and over again to try to understand myself before I could say it with meaning. Because the lines, there are times I'll put the script and go, what is this man thinking? Saying all these weird things, you know? And it's been fun. Again, it's been fun in a challenging way because I get to stretch myself creatively. And I get to try to breathe life into this character that is... I hear that this particular play scares a lot of people.
Oh, as a director, I can tell you on authority that it is not a play people like to direct. I recall when it was announced, I met brother Fifi Coleman. Fifi Coleman goes, Josh, why Death and the King's Horseman? You know, Nashoko has asked me 1,000 times that why this play? You know, And yeah, everybody, almost everybody I know, so far, the only people who have called to express, oh yeah, this is a bold move, are people that lectured me at the School of Performing Arts. Good evening to Oni. Oni called, actually wanted to even be in the play. And then Dr. Ikuma,
Wow.
you know, these are the ones that, because they know what the play represents. It's, for us, it's an actor's play.
That means they'll be watching.
Oh, yeah, they always
pressure,
come to
pressure,
work. Oh, that's for pressure you're going to have. But how has it been like preparing for Elysium?
I could sense that this play would be very stubborn, so I started way ahead of time. But even so, it's still been a challenge getting the lines, not just getting the lines, but getting the meaning behind the lines, so you can recite it and perform it with meaning. And it's been, I tell people, the first half of the first act is like all Odewale's lines in The Gods Are Not Too Late. Which is true. I mean, Act One has more lines, can contain all of Odewale's lines in the whole play.
Yeah,
and that is just Act One.
Just Act One, yeah.
You know?
And it's a 5-act play.
And it's a 5-act play. And there are multiple monologues back to back in Act One, in Act Three, and in Act 5.
Yeah.
So it's been, yeah, I won't lie. There's been a few sleep nights where I've learned throughout the night and then gotten just a couple of hours sleep and gone to do my business, because I want to really get the lines as second nature so that I can really perform and come alive. Because I see a lot of actors who, they get the line, you can tell that they've gotten the lines, but they've only worked as far as memorizing the lines. Once they memorize the lines, they stop and they freeze there. So it becomes reciting. You know, each time they do, they just recite, but they don't perform. And once you have a little bit of experience in the field, you realize that this guy is just reciting. And I don't want anyone to say that about me.
You're reciting.
That he's just reciting the lines. So I want to perform. So the lines have been my biggest headache. Thankfully, Act 1, Act 3 is done. But the Act 5, which is the rounding line, what will bring the
matter
story
to
a conclusion,
Yeah,
is still being, I'm still working on that. I'm still working on that.
Why should anybody come and watch you in this play?
It's an opportunity to join me to, how do I put this? It's an opportunity to watch your favorite actor face his greatest challenge and overcome it. You know, when we watch Tom Cruise's movies, you see that he's jumping over this, and they tell you, in this movie, Tom Cruise climbs this skyscraper and jumps from it, and he uses a motorcycle to ride off this cliff. And they show him rehearsing and going through it. So when you are watching, you know exactly what went into it. And I would hope that if you've been my fan for all these years and you've enjoyed watching me take on different kinds of roles and I have delighted you each time, I would like you to come and see me take on my biggest challenge and let me know if I did well.
Exactly. Let you know if you did well. I like that part. That part is very critical.
Yes.
People have said acting in Ghana doesn't pay.
I would say there is some truth in that. But, does that mean we leave things as they are? Mm-hmm. Does that mean on our own we don't find ways of making it profitable for ourselves? There will always be a challenge in one thing or the other. Even in Hollywood, there are challenges. Mm-hmm. But what makes this worthwhile is we find a way. We find a way. Even in our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, at a point we were looking down on them because we felt they were not, their movies were not up to standard. But they found a way. They'll use whatever they did, they found a way. So as an actor, this is what God has given me to do. I don't see myself doing anything, dedicating myself to anything else. So what are the options? Find a way. So, I mean, as part of that, that's why I don't, there's always something to complain about in the industry. But what can I do? I can work on my social media presence. I can continue to perfect my craft, get better and better each time. I can learn a second language. I've been trying to learn French a little, you know. I haven't had the time to get a tutor to really sit down with, but I use the apps and things like that, and it's slow, but it's working. For the gods are not to blame, for instance. I tried training and getting in shape. I didn't quite get where I wanted to get to. So if I'm getting in shape so that if we should do it again, I take off my shirt.
Oh, it's coming back in December.
It's coming back in December.
Yes, so
I'm going to pretend I didn't know that.
You know it.
Really? The gods are not to blame. It's coming back in December.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I'm going to buy some, but you know, basically, so little things that I can control. Getting in shape. Taking what's it called? How I present myself, branding, marketing, things like that. Seeking management. I have been working on looking for management for some time now. I've spoken to a couple of people. Things haven't really panned out. But this is
you need management. Have you seen the gentleman in the corner there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the father of all DJs.
The way
The
he's
manager
laughing.
of managers.
But I'm not a musician.
No, you don't have to be. Mercury Gwe manages everything.
I see.
I mean, everything.
See, the money man.
Showing
the spotlight.
Mercury, do we have messages?
We have
we'll come to the messages.
We have a lot of messages.
But the fact is, I'm taking full responsibility for my career. And I'm not waiting for the industry to get better. If things don't get better, I'll find work outside. But this thing, after all these years I've put in it, I will make it work by hook or crook.
Who is your favorite Ghanaian musician?
Favorite Ghanaian musician? Oh, I have quite a few.
Okay, let me segment it. High life musician.
High life musician, Daddy Lumba.
Oh,
Daddy Lumba.
Daddy Lumba. Which of the songs is your favorite?
Because throughout my childhood, I heard the songs.
Okay.
So there are songs that I can immediately connect to a memory from my childhood. My dad, now, when that song came out, my dad was a managing director
At Omnibus
at
Services.
Omnibus Services Authority.
Mr. Kofi Asante sent that message.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my mother, her name is Emilia. So when he says, Emilia, MBA, it reminds me of my parents.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
It reminds me immediately of my parents. For a time, I believed they knew him because of what you see. So that's the thing. So Lumba's music is ingrained
It's in your blood.
It's in my childhood.
When he sings, do you understand what he's saying?
I have no idea what he says. Especially when he talks fast. But I pick out words. As I got older, I began to understand more and more, but I still need an interpreter to tell me the full meaning, because I can tell he's telling stories, and I can tell the stories are interesting. I just have no idea what he's saying.
Interesting. If Michael Jackson's socks was bought for how many millions of dollars? Well, $8,000. $8,000 or so.
Yeah.
That's about a little over 6,000 euros. How much would you buy Daddy Lumba's socks for?
Oh, Daddy Lumba is a legend.
So how much are you willing to put on Daddy Lumba's socks?
5,000.
Cedis.
Yes.
Not bad.
I'll put 5.
You heard it. Andrew says he will buy Daddy Lumba's socks for 5,000 cedis.
But I need proof of
That
him
it is
wearing the
evident.
socks.
Yes.
So I'll post the picture of him in the socks and then a framed of the socks.
Mercury, Andrew said go buy Daddy Lumba socks for 5K.
Yeah.
5,000 cedis. That's
I'll
great.
buy.
What are people saying? Have anybody made an offer?
I'm trying to find out how much they will buy his socks, but we don't have the answer yet.
Okay.
This one says... Yeah, there is.
How much would you buy Andrew Adote socks for?
Yes.
Daddy, that one there.
So this one says, trust me, this man is a genius.
Yes, he is.
He's too good. Ghana has a diamond at hand.
Yes,
Stephen sends that all the way from Brekum.
Thank you, Stephen.
Great.
Solid.
We have,
I'll see you at the show.
we have Thomas Thompson. Brekum is very heavy on the show tonight. Says, greetings goes to you guys, especially Andrew Adote.
Yes, sir.
Great man right there. Yes. This one says, Andrews has not been celebrated enough.
Not at all.
His performances are exceptional. Kudos, bro, even though Kudus lost tonight. From saying Petco. Buzz. Yes.
Buzz.
A lot of messages.
Yes, interesting. But if we say we're gonna do messages, we'll be running out of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And writing too.
You write?
No, I want to.
You want to write?
I think what I've realized is my gift is not acting, it's creativity in general. So I realized that if I push, it goes well in the arts, it can go well in acting, performing, and I think it can go well in writing as well.
I think you make a great director.
And directing, yes.
I think you would make a great director.
So like I said, nothing is off limits. Well, however I'll make this thing work, it will work.
No, it has to work. It really, really, really has to work. So I can't wait to see you in Death and the King's Horseman.
Yes, sir.
Mercury, he's playing the lead in that as well. As a writer, producer, and director, I can tell you for sure, the role he's playing is not a role I would ever want to play. As an actor as well. It's not a role I would ever want to play.
Because it's a difficult role?
Very difficult role.
Right.
Very, very difficult role. I mean, Wole Soyinka is the one who writes, and even Nigerians don't understand what he has written. They don't understand what he has written. You know, he is very deep, highly intellectual, and highly traditional as well. So he combines a lot of knowledge from, you know, when the typical expression of drink deep, that is Wole Soyinka. He has drunk so deep that his wealth of knowledge is miles ahead of, he's like the Shakespeare of our time.
Yeah.
You know, the man is that deep. So when you pick his work, especially what we call the pinnacle of African theater, which is Death and the King's Horseman, it is a lot of work. And
bringing that to life.
Look, what this man is doing with that character, Elysian Oba, man, look, he deserves 3 thumbs up, and everybody ought to come see him. When is the play opening?
Oh, the
23rd.
23rd,
Yes,
24th, and then the 30th and 31st.
Okay.
2 shows a day, 4 p.m., 8 p.m.
National Theatre.
I get the feeling you will want to come and see it multiple times, so just prepare for that.
How many times people saw God's Anointed play? How many? 13 times.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe you know the interesting thing about some of these Nigerian plays, once you experience them, you never forget the lines.
Yeah.
Or, is that true? You never, ever forget the lines. Because even my exposure to the Gods Are Not to Blame as far back as 2002. So date, I haven't forgotten that.
I was observing you, you know, watching that, and you were actually following some of the lines. That's very interesting.
No, I haven't forgotten the lines.
Yes.
And it was quite interesting. And look, I've had the opportunity to act with Andrew, and I can say he is a fine actor. It's always a joy to work with him. Sometimes the only other person that I think could deliver as well as him in our country is the man we call Pusha, Ajete Anand.
Oh.
You know, and it's not just about the delivering, it's also about the discipline.
Right.
Andrew will be on time.
Which is key.
If he's going to be late, he'll give you prior notice that, for A, B, and C reasons, he's going to be late. And he's not one of those actors that he's left rehearsal and he's going to put the script down. When he goes, you can tell by the time he comes the following day that he has actually worked on the script, you know. So he is a director's dream to work with. And I keep saying thanks to Uncle Ebo White for helping all of us discover such marvelous talent.
Amazing.
And, I'm sure some of his discipline also comes from the experience from Roverman.
I have a great feeling he's watching this show.
I want to believe so,
yes.
too. I want to believe so, too.
Shout out to Uncle Ebo.
Yes, shout out to Uncle Ebo. I mean, national asset. No two ways about that one. No two ways about that one. Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Somebody was saying I should ask you if you've been able to buy any asset from acting money.
Buy any assets from acting money?
Yes. Question better.
Depends on what you mean by assets.
I like that. It depends on what you mean by assets. You know, like house,
like house,
like car.
Don't worry, we are putting money aside, small. So one day when it comes out, it will be like go for Reese building. Jimmy home fast, then you put it there. Yeah.
You did some work with Idris Elba too, oh?
Yes. Idris, that's when Beasts of No Nation came out.
Yeah.
I turned down the movie twice because of rehearsals. And they insisted that, they said the director himself called and said,
they want you.
They want me on board. If I had known then what I know now, I think I would have charged them a lot of money. Because for director to call you, I spoke to...
It's a big deal.
I spoke to one young actor, Melvin Dane, some time ago. I told him about this thing. So when he said the director called and said you should be in the movie, I'm sure you charge. I said, no, whatever they gave me, I took. He said, because he is more business oriented, even though he performs, he's a business guy. So when I said they gave me, I mentioned the amount they gave me, his mouth was, I said, Charlie, I understand. But back then, I didn't care about branding, money, and those things. I just wanted to get that thing out of the way because the role was small. So I thought, yeah. So we spoke on set. He was in his costume, so we couldn't take pictures. But then when they came back to promote the movie, I took a couple of pictures with him. And then years later, I think last year or so, he came back to Ghana, and the people who hired me back then to play the gods hired me again to be his body double for the documentary, so that for some of the scenes where he's not available, they will shoot me either from the back, because we have almost the same stature and height. Actually, the same stature and height.
They haven't met me.
I know, right? We are sorry.
They haven't met me.
Yeah.
Because we're also the same stature.
Yeah.
Right.
So we went, and then the Asantehene had his own ideas or itinerary. So they had planned with them that, okay, he will pass here, he will pass here. Then Asantehene comes and he's
gone somewhere else.
So you could see them literally scramble to change
follow.
everything, follow him. So I ended up not doing anything.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So when he came, he did his thing, wore the kente, took the pictures, and then he just ran into the tent, took his, changed his stuff, got into his van, he was gone. Last thing he said to me was, boss, next time, man. Okay. I waved him, man.
But I hear he's going to be coming down soon to establish a studio here, so I'm sure when he comes...
I hope he adds you to the people who will be in charge of it.
Oh, no. When they want a body double for him, they can
then
call
they can call you. I have hopes for that. Yeah, I just hope the atmosphere doesn't catch it. You know that thing, you know.
Exactly. I think.
Yeah.
Andrew, I have a feeling you're going to be going places.
Amen.
I think God has a special plan for you and a special path for you. And for those of you out there who haven't seen this gentleman on stage, I tell you, there's something you're missing out. Come, let's appreciate Ghanaian talent. So be at the National Theatre next weekend. Be the 23rd, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. I hear the 4 p.m. show, the tickets are even almost out. Yeah,
are you serious?
Sold out. Yeah, 4 p.m. almost sold out.
Oh, that's great news.
Yes. 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then it runs again on 30th and 31st, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the National Theatre. You go to www.imagebureaugh.com or dial *714 *46# and you can get a ticket. It's only 200 cedis standard and 300 cedis VIP. And I think you need to come see Andrew. Don't listen to me. You just come watch Elation Yoba. And so in this one, let me not spoil the story.
Maybe so.
Because at the end of the gods are not to blame. You went blind.
Yeah.
So let us not.
Let's see what happens at the end of
Andrew, we're about to go. Anybody there you want to say? Anybody who has been, supportive on this journey? Anybody who has held your hand at some? Anybody you want to say thank you to? Special shouts to, so we can wrap it up.
I'll do what they'll say is the cliche thing, but it's not cliche for me. Looking back on my life, how I met the people I've met and the path that has led me here, I can only thank God for ordering my steps and bringing me the lessons I've learned over the years. Of course, shout out to my big brother, Abraham. He was the one who was giving me money to go from Tema to Art Center every week for rehearsals. And there was never a time where he said, this thing I'm giving, some people,
they get
I've been giving you money to go to this thing and come back. Nothing is coming out of it. Yeah. I never got any of that for years, for like 2.5 years. He never asked for updates. He just, anytime I asked, he would give me, and I would go and come very late in the night and all that. And today here we are. My mother for, also being, when I said I wanted to act, she said, okay, go ahead. My siblings, family, of course, Uncle Ebo White, who helped me open my eyes to who I could be, and not just as an actor, but as a man, as a person, And I really grew up as a man in that environment. And so he is, I'll always be thankful to him for that because I've learned a lot and grown a lot.
Great man.
Yes. Great man. And of course to Image Bureau and April Communications for this wonderful relationship that we have formed that is always challenging me and helping me to also grow, you know, and to everybody who has come to see a play, everybody who has seen me and gone, oh, this guy is amazing. You know, these words, sometimes we think, yeah, there's compliments, but words are powerful. So anybody who has, even in their rooms, or told their friends, hey, this guy, he's amazing. Everybody who has ever said such a thing, either to themselves or to a friend, who has walked up to me and told me, come to greet me and told me, Charlie, you are good. I thank each and every one of you. And asked to take pictures with me, Charlie. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's been amazing.
It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Amen. I got a message here for you from Tom Brown. It says, George, good evening. Ask Andrew what his energy is like. What makes up the energy he manages on stage? Sometimes I feel like this guy can swallow fire.
Gym, jogging.
Oh, okay. You work out?
Yes, I do. Jogging.
Mercury, they work out too.
I'm taking notes.
Yes, he said jogging.
Jogging, weightlifting. You know, there was a fighting scene initially in The Gods.
In The Gods Are Not to Blame, yeah.
Now, it looks simple when you are watching it,
yeah.
but the amount of energy it takes
yes, I know.
to do that. And when we did the first rehearsal, I realized, I need to work out. So, because immediately after all that, you have to start talking. Puchuje is no more, and you can't be, Puchuje is no more, you know. So, you have to work out, whether it's a normal role or there's a certain baseline energy level that the stage demands. So if you are not in good shape, you will not be able to meet it.
That's your scene.
I know, right?
Estelle says she's watching, she's enjoying, and she's so proud of you.
Thank you, Estelle. Thank you so much.
So you remember the lines for this one too?
Oh, yes.
Let's wrap it up with this one. We'll do it together, since I also remember.
Okay.
Do you have a sword?
I don't have a sword.
We don't have a sword. Okay, we can raise our hands. So are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Before Ogun, the god of iron, I stand on oath. Witness now, all you present, that before the feast of Ogun, which starts at sunrise,
I, Odewale, son of Ogundele, shall search and fully lay open before your very eyes the murderer of King Adetusa. And having seized that murderer, I swear by the sacred arm of Ogun that I shall straightway bring him to the agony of slow death.
First, he shall be exposed to the eyes of the world and put to shame, the beginning of living death. Next, he shall be cast into lasting darkness, his eyes tortured in their living sockets until their blood and realms swell forth to fill the hollow of crushed eyeballs. And then the final agony. We shall cut him from his roots, expelled from this land of his birth. He will roam in darkness in the land of nowhere, and there die unknown by men who know him, and be buried by vultures who know him not. May the gods of our fathers,
Obatala, Orunmila, Shango, Shapana, Eshuelegbera,
and Agemo
stand by me.
Yeah, thanks guys for standing by me. Thanks for standing by me. Now, you know, for a moment, I thought I could just create a beat and we have
Charlie.
Andrew, thanks so very much for your time.
My pleasure.
And Mercury, thanks so very much.
Yeah.
Another exciting show. You've got to be there next week to see this.
I am going to be there.
Yes, you've got to be. You've got to be there. You've got to be there. And for all you who have helped make him who we have today, this national asset, God bless you all.
Yeah.
My name is George Quay. Did this with my brother Mercury Quay. God willing, we're here next week with another great star from GH. People have started complaining that we haven't had a woman on the show before.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have started complaining.
We must.
We must find a woman and bring a woman here next week. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
No. We are talking about the big seat.
Yeah. Don't mind the bench. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. It's been Primetime Radio on Joy Prime. We're out.